What's good, everybody? What's good? Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. We're going to do this WrestleMania recap. Appreciate everybody that came through. First, let me do the introductions real quick. We was on last week with the preview to WrestleMania. Now we're doing a recap. We got my boy in the bottom right, got my man Reno. He was here with us last week. And then, of course, we're missing one guy. We're missing my co-host. But we got the Pennsylvania Pride Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion of the World, Jermaine Jubilee. And to the show, who couldn't make it last week, but he's with us this week. He hasn't been here in a while. My man, is it just Flex, or should we call you Mac Daddy Flex?
It's Mac Daddy Flex, and it's Flex because there's 3 X's in it, and that's trademarked. So you cannot say Mac Daddy Flex, but just 1 X. It's Flex because 3 X's make that sound.
And
no laugh, it's true.
Okay, I'm sorry, man. I didn't want to mess up your promo. So
mess up my gimmick. My gimmick always lasts. 35 years strong.
And so Flex, we'll start off with you. Just for people that don't know, you've been wrestling independently for a minute now. I mean, can I say you're retired now, or?
Oh yeah.
You're definitely retired, and you've been around for a while. You want to tell people where you train and where where they may have seen you at?
I started, I would say like late 98, early 99. I trained with Johnny Rods up in Brooklyn, Greaser's Gym. Did a lot of indies. I did a trillion trial matches. I did WWE trial matches, TNA, pay-per-view. I did what do you call it? NWA when they first started. And been going. It was going for a while. Now I'm done. New generation, as they say.
Yeah. And then Jermaine Jubilee, you could tell us a little about yourself. I already got a question in the chat from Stephen Elder Mack. I believe he's in Pennsylvania as well. He wants to know what part of
PA. We are based. Pennsylvania Prime Championship Wrestling is based out of York, PA, and all the surrounding areas around there, Harrisburg, Lancaster, that area there.
Okay. And how long you been in the wrestling business?
22 years now.
22 years. Wow. So we got 2 guys that have been in the business for about 20 years on the panel, and then you got 2 other guys that have been watching wrestling for close to 40 years. Been marking out for a minute.
I'm just a mark that enjoys the products. That's all.
Yeah, we definitely know that Reno is the big time mark. This is Reno right here, Mark.
Big time WrestleMania 10.
Big time mark. Socrates couldn't make it with us today, but he doesn't want to say that he was I don't remember, but he was the only one to pick. Who was it to beat Gunther? He said he was the only one. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else
was he? I don't
know. On the panel.
He said he picked them.
Yeah, so he said make sure you guys tell him that. But let's talk about it. I mean, I don't know where you guys want to begin. Where do you want to start off? Maybe talk about one of the bright moments. We already know what the highlight of the night was, which was night 2. But maybe we start with night 1. Any highlights of night 1 you guys want to bring up and talk about?
Night for me, night 1 was a little underwhelming. Still good. Still good. I mean, the last tag match, I mean, if you want to talk about a highlight, that was pretty good. Rock going 40 plus minutes was surprising. You know?
Yeah,
and taking a ton of bumps.
And and Rock was in. He's always been in shape, but he looks in tremendous shape for. He's 50, whatever, 52.
Yeah. He with us.
Big time. But yeah, that was one of the shockers of the night. Not only as far as the matches, but for them to go, they went like 40 or 50 minutes. I mean, the intro was probably like 10 minutes, right? Like the ring walks and the intro was probably like 10, 15 minutes, but. That match was like almost 40, 45 minutes about.
Yeah, and then I was listening to something, and, if you look at the match, Rock, did participate in most of the match because Roman was kind of in the background. You had to save him because he had to perform on night 2. So Rock took a lot of the bumps. Roman was out of the picture a couple of times. Rock is fighting with Seth and Cody, and, it's impressive.
Yeah.
I'm not shocked Rock did this though. If there's one person that was going to come back and go all out, it was going to be him.
Yeah, I wasn't very shocked at all either. I expected that.
Yeah, I was actually shocked. I thought we'd see more outside interference. So the big shocker for me overall was there wasn't really outside interference in pretty much most of WrestleMania besides night 2, the last match. I don't think we've seen. We thought, last week we were talking about maybe this guy's going to interfere or that guy in this match and that match. Mostly every match there was no outside interference.
Yeah.
Which was to me was a shocker.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how you know they have characters that are over.
That way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you have the night 1 card like in front of you?
Yeah, we go with we had we could go in order. We had I believe this was the first match, right? Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley was the first match. That was an okay match.
It was all right. Solid. Predictable. I knew Rhea was gonna go, as she should anyway.
Yeah, Rhea's and that was pretty much, I think everybody on the panel, said who was gonna win that match, and we probably won't see Becky for a while. She'll probably take a break for a minute.
Yeah.
So, but it was an okay match for a leadoff match, right? You want to start it off with a good solid match.
Rhea's a beast. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea who's going to challenge her. She's in a level that I couldn't even think that she would ever reach. But now I have no idea who would be a next challenger for Rhea Ripley.
She's great. She just has to work more, man. Like you just see her like in like segments more than in the ring. She doesn't wrestle. I mean, I get you're protecting her character, I guess, but she doesn't wrestle. When's the last time you've seen her fight in a Raw match?
Well, like my counterpart just said, it's right now she's at a level where there is nobody for her to wrestle. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She's that good that unless you're putting her in the ring with people like Charlotte or Nia, something where there's a challenge, it's almost like it's too easy for her right now.
Yeah, there's nothing for her right now.
Yeah, Jade isn't ready. She'll wrestle circles around Jade.
Yeah, Jade needs time, but
what about the EST?
She needs a character change. She's great, but I need her heel, man.
You like everybody to be healed.
She needs to be healed.
But didn't she? Wait a minute. Didn't she feud with Bianca already, or no? I don't remember.
Cool.
I don't remember.
I think if I'm not mistaken, I believe she beat Bianca for the title.
Yeah. So
you might be right.
No, she beat Flint. No, what
Charlotte? Didn't she beat Charlotte?
Did she beat Charlotte for the title at WrestleMania? The last WrestleMania, it was Charlotte. Yeah, it was Charlotte. She beat.
Oh, so she didn't wrestle Bianca yet?
I don't think so. They may work like in the Royal Rumbles or something like that, maybe. But yeah, I don't think they've ever had a match.
That's the only one I can think of. Then is Bianca. Yeah. She's the only one.
Yeah. So she's gonna probably hold it for a minute until maybe. What's the girl? What's the new girl that came in? Jade. Unless she, she could size up with her and stuff.
I can see if Tiffany gets over more.
Yeah. What's up?
If Tiffany gets hotter, even hotter, she might get a shot later on.
Now, I mean, they could do something with Bailey. They could do that, but
yeah, another one. Who's
if they do that, it'll have to be Survivor Series. Where they go back to champion versus champion, but they don't unify the titles. Remember they did that a couple years ago.
Yeah, that's my sister says Jade Cargill will wrestle Rhea for the belt. We'll see. I don't know. I think they're gonna build her up a little bit though.
You have to.
Yeah. I think we're getting Jade and Bianca at Mania next year.
Jade, okay, yeah, that's what I think so too. I think eventually they're gonna work a match. Let's go to. I believe this was the second match. Was it Rey Mysterio and Andrade versus Dominic and Santos Escobar?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys want to talk about that match. That was.
That was a get Andrade. He's back. Get him on the WrestleMania card match. That's what that was.
And you had to get Dominic in the show too.
Of course. Yeah. Ultimate Heat Magnet.
I feel like, as I said, they're getting ready to make Dominic the scapegoat for them so they can break that up.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see Rhea turning face after this.
So soon? No, I don't think so.
How about Rhea taking over lead of the Judgment Day?
She's already, but she's over as a heel. Like the fans cheer her as a heel. I don't think she needs to be face.
No, I'm talking about heel. She takes the reins from Priest. They double cross because Finn is just a background character. As great as Finn is, he's just a background character. He doesn't have any heat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just Finn.
But he doesn't talk as well.
No, he's not a great talker. You're right.
Okay. I don't know what the next match was between the two, but I think it might have been this one, Sami Zayn and Gunther. That was a good match. That was a good match. And once again, Socrates was the only one to pick Sami Zayn, I believe. We all thought Gunther would win again and hold the title, but that was pretty good match. I guess they finally gave Sami like a reward for maybe jobbing to the Jackass crew a couple of years ago, so I see him. He's probably going to hold it for a little bit, and he'll probably have a feud with Gable.
Yeah,
I heard they're going to fight next week. And
I heard they may turn Gable heel.
Yeah,
which is good.
Yeah, that's good. And Gable should get the belt.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy for Sami beating Gunther anyway. I just don't see Sami as like a guy who can just like hold the company down. Like, you know what I mean? Even the IC belt, the secondary, I just think Sami's just a background guy. Yeah,
I just didn't see either of them being able to hold. I mean, Gunther's been champion for how long? And I'm just, every time I turn it on, I'm like, you know what? I'll be back.
The thing with Gunther is he needs the right opponent. It's just his style.
Yeah.
He has a certain style that is like, it doesn't work with everybody.
Agreed.
Like an old school kind of style too. Like
physical guy. He's strong style, if you want to call it strong style. You know what I mean? The chops and nothing fancy. He's not gonna, he'll give you a little splash on top rope. You know what I mean? But nothing crazy.
But he's over as a heel.
He's great.
Yeah, he plays the role great. And
we're gonna start talking about Cody and stuff. And who's a heel for Cody? There's nobody for Cody either.
Well, no. I said the same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
There's nobody for Cody.
Well, that's what they say. Now, what's next for Cody? He's completed a story. What's next for Cody? You only have Gunther. Seth is going to be out. I mean, you have Drew, but Drew is tied up with Punk right now, and that's going to be a long program. They're trying to build up Bronson Reed, so you might see Cody Bronson Reed.
Yeah, and then he jobs to hold it until I guess SummerSlam. It's going to be him and The Rock eventually, right? They're going to hold. He's going to hold the belt until they could main event SummerSlam. And SummerSlam is kind of
they just told us that on Monday. They just told us that
pretty much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And SummerSlam is pretty much the second biggest card after WrestleMania, right? I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I'm thinking you're gonna get Roman and Seth at SummerSlam if he's back by SummerSlam. But I did read that he's out till SummerSlam, so he may come back like a month before, and him and Seth start the feud.
So what happens with Roman? What does Roman do?
Oh, Roman and Seth. Excuse me, Roman and Seth. They're gonna feud.
Roman and Seth. And Seth. Okay.
Yeah, Cody.
I didn't see that. I thought Seth was gonna kind of like take some time off.
He's gonna take some time off, but you SummerSlam. You got a couple months till then. You know what I mean?
Okay. And then Roman doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't go on TV anyway much.
Roman is gonna take his. Yeah. He'll take his break and show up. I think Roman is gonna cost The Rock the match against Cody.
Possibly.
That's what I think.
Yeah. Jay, we know your predictions have been spot on.
I think they're gonna.
I was being sarcastic.
No, I know you were. We'll see.
Let's go.
You're gonna see. Mania's gonna be Roman and The Rock.
Eventually, it's gonna be. The next Mania. I think you're right about that. Yeah, that's definitely because I think that's what they wanted this Mania. I think, but
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This match very underachieved big time. I was expecting so much more.
Every time I see these names, I think about you and always making fun of me when I was a Uso Mark. And you said all I do is super kick. And that match, that super kick spot was terrible. And
that's all they do.
They're super kicking each other.
That's the only move they do is a super kick. They should have an over-under on how many super kicks they do in a match. It should be it's set like at 75.
They look like they got tired of super kicking each other.
And they're like blatant clap their hand when they're about to get super kick punched in.
Oh my God, the thigh slapping.
You see them do it. They don't even slap the thigh, they clap.
Yeah, that's terrible. You guys as workers, like, do you guys hate when wrestlers do that? Like, they just they slap the thigh or whatever. I thought they were gonna get rid of that.
I don't mind that aspect of it, but do it well. Anything that you're going to go out there and do do it well, because we're out there selling something. And if you go out there and you blatantly do something and the fans is looking at us like, yeah, well, we saw that shit coming, and neither one of us looks good.
That's true.
I mean, like I trained with a real old school guy, so the slapping was like, if you even tried that, he kicked you out the ring. But
really,
yeah, he was not a fan of the slapping.
Yeah, there's a lot of it's not a big that's not really thought well of. It's kind of lazy.
But you know, everybody does it, so it's like, what can you?
But certain guys can hide it. Like when Drew gives you a headbutt, he slaps the chest. You can't even see when he's doing it. It just happens like.
No, yes, that's the problem with
guys,
the Usos.
Yeah, but these guys are like.
They clap. You know, if the one guy kicks them, they clap their hands. The one taking the kick, and it's like, what's going on? I saw them do it like 10 times.
Yeah,
it's terrible. That
Jermaine, this is one of those matches I said, you know what? I'm gonna go to the bathroom. The outcome was I already knew the outcome. I knew Jay was gonna win. Jay was going over.
Oh yeah,
but I expected
Jay is over. Jay is
over. We had this conversation. His music is over and Yeet is over.
Yeah, Jimmy. I think Jimmy's over as well. He's funny. Jimmy. I think he plays his role very well. But the match was just terrible. Like I expected so much more out of them.
There was nothing that made that match interesting other than it was Jimmy versus Jay. Yeah. Had that match been for the Intercontinental title, then it would have forced them to step their game up, and it would have been a better match.
Good point.
Yeah, it was the most disappointing match for 2 nights.
Yeah. Let's go to the next one. This one was I didn't like this one as well. I mean, it was cool the way it ended. It was pretty. There's some funny spots in it. You know, R-Truth. I thought that was good for him to get his moment, and he had some funny spots. I thought when he went for the pin. I forgot who he went to cover for the pin. I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was good.
I enjoyed this match, and I was happy that Waller and Theory went over. I liked them as a tag team.
Yeah, their future right there.
Yeah.
And but I will say, the Miz and Truth gotta be, to me, the Miz and Truth gotta be the top 10 workers in the last 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
Miz is a worker, bro. He don't get enough credit.
Are professional to the max.
I would give anything for the E to let R-Truth just be Ron Killings. I would give anything to let him be that.
I agree. Yeah, because he's a great worker, and he plays his character great. He's always been a great worker, and he's always had good characters and everything. And the Miz plays. I mean, except when he's a face. As a face, he doesn't really play it. I mean, he has his funny moments, but the Miz is over, and he's a good worker.
Absolutely.
And from where he came from, he came from reality TV to perform the way he does. I mean, he gets.
Oh yeah, and listen, he's safe. He was 2-time champion, which means he was. You know what I mean? He's come a long way. But as Miz as a face, R-Truth has helped him get over because he wasn't over. Remember, he started as a face recently and was like,
yeah, that's true.
Miz is a heel. He's a natural heel.
Yeah. So eventually they'll probably turn him. Eventually,
but I thought it was cool. Back on R-Truth.
Yeah. It was cool. I thought they could have done more spots with the tables. They didn't really use the tables much. Like I thought they could have used, done a little bit more with it. But
that was Bubba, right? Bubba was the referee, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Bubba Ray.
Did he referee the 6
months? Ray, yep.
Yeah, that was Bubba. Yeah.
Okay, you're right. Yeah. So
I also think that these guys don't know how to do that. They don't do that anymore. So to get them to do something like that, it's not something they're not doing that in the Performance Center. So
that's true.
They're trying to keep away from like the AEW style ish. You know what I mean? The crazy spots and
Like how many times I doubt Grayson Waller went through tables and all this. He's been in the Performance Center learning the WWE style for a while now. So that's a different deal.
That's a good point. I never really even thought about that.
Yeah, they don't do that.
So everybody's pretty satisfied with the turnout of that. I mean, it was good. You knew that Priest and Balor was going to lose the belts pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
How about this match? This match was cool. I like the way it ended it. I mean, I thought that we might have saw a heel turn, but it was good. I guess it was a good moment for Jade, her first WrestleMania. It was good. It's really nothing that Damage Control could really do, like realistically, like, you know, to sell it. They're just too small, and you know, I don't know how they could have sold it and putting them over.
Yeah, I
It was
knew Team All
predictable.
Ass was going over. I mean, that was the attraction to that. You know what I mean? That was the attraction from that. I'm not even going with you.
Oh well, Jade was ridiculous.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Was ridiculous.
And then the only thing with this picture is Naomi's return has been like it's falling flat. Like I don't. It's like, for me anyway.
Well,
Like, you know what I mean? She came back and she's like almost damn near a jobber now. You know what I mean?
To tell you,
Who's
she
this?
was she was
Naomi.
jobbing out before she left. So it's
Yeah,
not
she
like
was.
Yeah.
They gave her the Kofi treatment for a minute, and then they was like, "All right, we're gonna put you back on the show."
Mhm. She was never like, you know. I think I just made a big deal because she left with Sasha.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if it was just her, they probably would never resign her. They probably would just.
True.
Yeah. So what do you think eventually happens with them? I mean, Damage Control, I mean, Asuka's probably the best one. I think she's the best one out of all of them. I think they're just probably making them happy with the tag belts. They'll eventually drop it. But what do you think Belair and Jade, you know, where they go on to
Jade's
do?
a natural heel, man. Jade needs to go back to heel, and then Jade needs when she was in AEW, she needs the baddies. Her crew, remember she had the baddies?
Yeah, that's true.
She needs the baddies with her.
I think they might pull a what do you call it? Mega Powers storyline with her and
I like that.
I think
That's
eventually Jade is gonna turn like at the Rumble or something.
Your writing skills is getting better, Jay. I'll tell you that much. We clowned you the other day with your booking skills. I mean,
hey, Jay got to be the heel.
Absolutely, she's
she's got to be the heel versus Bianca. I don't know how Bianca will ever get booed versus. I don't see Bianca getting booed.
My man Stephen L. Mac says Naomi just the OG in the ring now. Stephen L. Mac, I think he dated all three of those girls. Facts, right, Stephen L. My man Stephen L. Sisters of Destruction.
Yeah.
All right, and then I think that was it. And the main event of night one was the tag match, right? Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. We spoke about that earlier. It was. I thought it was solid. You know, and like you said earlier, The Rock, you know, did most of the bumps and did most of the work, and he worked for a long time. You know, 40 minutes. I thought it was good. I thought we were going to see more outside interference, but I like you know the way he played it. Like he threatened the referee a few times and stuff. So, you know, clean ending at the end, pretty much.
No, The Rock is cooking. No pun intended. Especially like when small little things. Especially when he went into the audience and the fan was there. He went like this, and the fan got scared. I said, "Oh, my man is in full heel mode."
What would you have done?
I would have been the same way. I'm like, "Oh,
you would have sold it. You would have sold it, right?"
Hell yeah! That big ass arm coming like this to me. Oh.
But you know that's where he's from. He's from another era.
Yeah, no, he's been. We spoke about this, Jay. This dude, like you and I, have been like the biggest fans since of him returning. Like he's been great.
You could see the difference. The worst thing to me, I think, in wrestling is Instagram, because I understand, like you know, it's a different world, and you want to see them in real life and all this stuff. But you can't have them feud on TV and then they take pictures in the locker room together and hug them. Yeah. And I think that's the worst thing that's ever happened is this like social media, especially with the girls. The girls do it the most.
Yeah, killing kayfabe. Killing kayfabe.
Kill it. Everybody knows the outcomes are predetermined, but they want to make believe that it's not predetermined. So
you know, the only one that pretty much honors it is Dominic. Dominic got married, had a whole marriage, and on his whole Instagram, there's no pictures of him with his mom or with his dad, you know. And they obviously he danced with his mom at the wedding, and you know, and Mysterio was there and stuff, but no pictures of anything. Like Dominic is the only one I've seen that doesn't show any pictures, you know.
That's why he's crazy.
Yeah, I would do that too. Like I would have my social media page, and I wouldn't put my kids or my wife or anything like that on my page because I didn't want people to be able to relate to me differently than what they do when they see me in the ring.
Yeah. And it was crazy because when I was doing it, if you had social media page, they looked down on it. They didn't like social media page. They didn't like you having your own merchandise. And if you did any of those things, you had no shot in WWE at that time. Now they embrace that. You get followers, and that was a whole big thing. They would think that you were a mark for yourself, so you like a big mark, and you just made. So they didn't want that. That was like the big thing, in the early mid 2000s. So they didn't want any of that.
Now it's all over, especially the girls. The females are the ones that do it the most. All the females hang out with each other.
Now it's all about it's the likes and the engagement. It's different now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but listen, you have even other people from other companies coming to watch other shows. You know what I mean? Like
you never like this. I was in Philly. This like WrestleCon and all this stuff, and they're all with each other. They're all TNA's in there hanging out with. You didn't see that?
Yeah, that's crazy. How was that, by the way? Because you was there. I saw you posted some stuff. You showed us. They did where you got to do the ring walk.
Yeah, they have like this entrance thing, like the big set that they use for the shows, and they let the fans come out. You can pick whatever song you want, and the only song is funny because they have almost every song. The only two songs you could not use was "No Chance in Hell" and Chris Benoit's song.
No, okay.
Those two songs, if you pick those, they told you no, pick another song.
So I could have used like Y2J if I wanted to, right?
You could have used Y2J. People were coming out to everything. Demolition. I heard all of it.
Wow. And then did you do it?
No, my daughters did it though.
I saw that your daughter came out to Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. But you should have did it. Why you didn't do it?
I could. They didn't have my song, so I didn't do it.
So he did it in real life. They didn't
have my song. I could have came out to the
Would you have done it? Would you have done it?
If they had my song,
yeah.
I would have done it if I'd have had my song. I wouldn't have done it with anybody else because that's just me. I got to be me.
Okay.
That'd be my I could have came out with my bootleg guitar riff song that I did for what the hell show was that? Heat or one of those shows. And they give you like this regular guitar song, and you just walk down the aisle and people just looking at you like, who the hell are you? But
and you did dark matches in Heat, and did you do SmackDown and Raw too, right?
I did Velocity of SmackDown, right? Yeah, Velocity.
Okay.
I did.
Video I'm still waiting for too.
He was like, it's crazy because I can't even. I could find the pictures, but the videos. I gotta look. I have the DVD collection. I gotta look at the DVD for all that stuff, and like burn it into the computer or something.
Let me ask you a question. I know this is kind of like we're talking WrestleMania, but you ever in touch with Spanish Angel from the Baldies?
Yeah.
You still talk to him? Like,
he's a cop. No, he quit. He was a cop in Kansas City.
Oh, okay. Wow.
He was.
Wow, from Queensbridge to a cop in Kansas City. That's crazy. Okay, and what was the other Baldy? That was the but you was
Vito.
Was it Vito?
Those guys are all my trainers. Angel, Vito, yeah.
Vito. Oh, you train with Vito?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Vito actually sells cars in Staten Island.
Wow. Okay. Oh man.
Yep.
All right. So
Vito was good.
Huh?
Vito was good.
Vito was good. He's solid. I met Vito once at ECW.
Oh
yeah. When I used to go to ECW events, I met him once with the bus trips to Philly.
Oh yes. Yes.
Oh man. All right. So night 2. LA Knight, AJ Styles, one of the best matches of the.
Oh, this is Reno's man here.
That's my guy right there.
Reno's
Jermaine
guy.
Don't like him. Jermaine don't like LA Knight.
Stephen Elder Max says he'll come out to Shawn Michaels. I bet you would come out to Shawn Michaels.
A lot of people came out to Shawn Michaels.
Really?
I bet they did.
NWO.
I probably would have came out to Ravishing Rick Rude, bro.
You would have came out to Ravishing Rick Rude?
Somebody did Rick Rude. NWO was popular. A lot of people did the NWO.
Oh, okay. He said I would have came out to Val Venus.
Oh wow!
No, nobody did that.
I bet Stephen Elder Max. Stephen Elder Max is a funny dude. He probably would have came out to Val Venus. I believe him. I really do. He would have did that shit. He's coming out to any DMX song. Yeah, but it was only wrestling. So you could have came out to hip hop song too, if you want, or it had to be a wrestling song.
Only wrestling.
Okay.
The LA Knight Styles match it gave me a very old school feel. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it was a good match. It was a good match.
Yeah. AJ Styles is by far the best WWE has. I think as far as in the ring, I think AJ Styles is the best one they have.
Oh yeah,
But I tell you one thing, his new entrance music is trash.
yeah, that's
Yeah, it's bad.
I was so disappointed. I was expecting something hot. I was sitting on the edge of the couch, like, all right, what are you gonna give us? What are you gonna give us? And then I got that. I was like,
oh yeah.
I mean, I remember when just change the subject real quick. I remember when Roman's new music came out. A lot of people didn't like it either, and that shit is badass.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's the way he walks out with it. That's what it is.
Yeah,
it's the whole. And
but
AJ,
my man,
AJ is perfect for night. He
was
was perfect for night to get him over.
Absolutely, and then like I said, you and I had this conversation too, Tom. LA Knight's gotten better. He's gotten better from.
No, he has gotten better.
He's gotten better.
Yeah, I was frustrated with him because he was botching up some moves and stuff, and and I know they want to build this guy to be like a main eventer and stuff, and he's got the mic skills and and he could work, but he was making too many mistakes, especially when he was fighting who was the guy, the Irish guy when he had matches with him, there was a lot of botches. Sheamus, he was botching a bunch of times in those matches. So, and I know Sheamus is not the best of workers, but he was solid. He's a veteran. He's been around. Yeah. So, but there was a lot of botches. So that was it.
That against Sheamus, it was the top rope spot. Sheamus is a big guy to do that top rope spot with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he slipped off.
Sometimes people do stuff they just shouldn't do.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he hasn't really done that top rope spot too much, as you notice. Like if you watch his match, he hasn't really done it a lot.
Yeah, I haven't seen him do it.
Because I guarantee you, he went in the back and somebody told him, "Don't do that no more."
Yeah, they probably told him less is more. Like you know what I mean? You don't have to do that spot anymore. You're getting pops. You know what I mean? You're past that. You know what I mean?
Less is more.
Like the Hogan and the Stone Colds, like those. Less is more. You know what I mean? Even the tag match. If you watch that match, 65% of the match, Rock was just throwing punches.
Yeah,
just punching.
Yeah. That's what they do. That's how it's that's what's wrong with AEW.
AEW is all about flip and
more. You've seen everything.
It's a spot fest. AEW is a spot fest. It's a spot. They do spots.
See, WWE only really has one or two guys that do those type of things, and I'm okay with it. Like Ricochet, I'm okay with what Ricochet does. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with the way he works. But it's not like you have like 5 or 6 guys try to do it. You may see like the dude from Street Profits. Like he could do those high aerial moves and stuff. I'm okay with that. But AEW, they got like almost everybody's doing this.
They all do the same thing.
Yeah,
it's a process, bro. And they all try to one up each other.
Yeah, and that's why MJF gets over, because he does none of it. He doesn't do any of it.
Yeah.
But I read an interview with AJ Styles, and he was saying like it's coming to an end, man. He's ready to hang him up.
Yeah,
that's why he's perfect. He should be used to put over whoever's young that's coming up. There's nobody better. You get to have like a 3-month feud with AJ Styles. You can't help but learn from AJ Styles in the ring. So then he's a perfect person.
Yeah, he should be that gatekeeper.
Yeah,
the mentor. He should turn into that.
It's his time to do that.
And it's crazy. He had a great match, and he bulked up. You'd figured he'd slow down a little bit, but he put a lot of muscle on since he came back, and he's still able to do the moves that he does.
We got to remember, AJ's a heel, so now maybe you put AJ and Cody in the ring.
I mean,
that could just be a program, like a holdover program. Hey, you know what? Let's get these two on a pay-per-view.
I don't know who Cody is going to wrestle with. I don't even. Gunther, but then if Cody beats Gunther, then Gunther's done.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So,
not yet.
Yeah, because then you have to kind of build Gunther back up. But they definitely going to have to need somebody. But I think AJ would be a good person to do because he's a gatekeeper and he'll hold it. Because basically they need somebody to hold it until SummerSlam, and I don't expect Cody.
Unless you turn Randy heel.
And Randy's better as a heel.
He's a natural heel, bro. This face Randy is.
But then again, Reno likes everybody.
Randy's gonna be Randy. You know what I mean? He's going to get the pop no matter what, as a heel or a face.
That's true.
Yeah. Randy and Cody would be good.
Yeah.
They could stretch a feud for a few months. That'll be good. And Randy doesn't need to win the title. anymore.
No,
he's
he doesn't
he's
need
won it more than anybody, I think, right now, right?
Yeah, he don't need it.
Yeah.
Given
And
all the
speaking of
secret,
Randy,
given all the secrecy that happened on Monday night, is anybody ruling out Dustin and Cody?
He's still in the contract. I was listening to his interview on another show, and he's still on the contract.
Although that would be good for a few months if Dustin did come back.
It would, but I think he still has like a year left on his contract, something like that. He still has time left on his thing, unless they let him go. You know,
somebody broke down the title reigns here.
where?
You know, also, you know who can also be turned heel and face off against Cody? You could turn Kevin Owens heel again. He's a better heel also.
You could do Kevin Owens heel.
You could do Kevin Owens.
It's a better heel.
To me, and then I think now that LA Knight passed AJ, he should feud with Logan Paul over the summer.
Well, I heard that's the plan.
Yeah,
that should be straight up. That should be the feud right there.
Yeah.
But I was also thinking, remember they're doing the draft. Now, if you redraft it, you rebrand everything, and you send them to Raw, you can have him feud with Priest. Because Priest is a transitional champ. As much as I like Priest, because I do like Priest, he's not holding that belt for a long time.
No, but they're already gonna have they're probably gonna have Jay because Jay won the thing Monday night, so they're probably gonna have Jay.
Jay's gonna job out on Monday, and that feud that's done.
Yeah, but that's just to give Priest a little bit longer, like it's somebody that Jay can job. But still, so that leads me back to Cody. What did The Rock give Cody? Like he passes. Does anybody have an idea? Like what was that? Like he passes something. I read somewhere. Somebody said something about a watch.
I've seen that. I've also heard something about a lighter.
A lighter for what?
Oh no!
Well, they didn't explain. See, something about the watch. That's something that Dusty pawned off a watch or something.
Maybe
it was. I saw that in some comments. You know, all these marks they have their theories and stuff, but I didn't see the lighter. I wonder what the lighter would mean, but I did see the watch.
What the lighter would mean.
Yeah.
I saw one with somebody said the piece of the thing that Roman Reigns wears, the
tribal chief thing.
The tribal chief thing. Somebody said he took a piece because he's saying that Cody's a tribal chief now, so he has to take it from something like that. Since he's the champion.
Oh, because he won the Bloodline Rules match, so now he's the tribal chief, sort of.
Yeah.
Because he said you broke my heart too, so like. So many things he dropped in there that everybody's going to play guessing game because The Rock says you broke my heart.
Yeah, I was honestly thinking that it's somewhere down the line because they made reference to Rocky and Dusty ripping and running up and down the road. That somewhere along the way they was going to be related.
Wow, that'd be crazy.
Jeez, I don't even know.
There's
so many avenues, and everything is going to be a fun ride. Everything is unfolding, going this way, going that way. And then he keeps making Mama Roach references and whatnot, and somewhere along the way they're related, and so now the bloodline is even bigger, and
that would help. That would make Reno happy because then that means Cody would turn heel, which is. Reno loves.
Cody's a great heel, bro. That AEW.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you now. If they don't get a heel, Cody will be booed by the summer.
You think so?
Yes. You can't do those promos that he does every week like that, and you're gonna eventually get booed because ain't nobody care about your family.
You can't come out and say, "What do you want to talk about?" You can't do that.
And you can only cry, but so much. You can't cry.
You can only talk about your dad so much. You talk about his dad every week.
Your dad and crying every week. It's like we get
it's over. You won.
Yeah. But you're not gonna turn him heel right away. I think you need some time. But
I think he's forced to be a heel. I don't think they're gonna ever turn him heel. I think they'll boo him enough that they're like, okay, let's just turn him.
All right, now we gotta turn him. That makes sense.
Would y'all be opposed to a civil war?
I heard that might happen too.
We discussed this briefly Monday. I'm against it, but it has to be good because remember when they did the NWO and the NWO Wolfpack?
I hated
that, and that's what that kind of reminds me of if they did that.
But
You know,
that's
like,
because with that, they took basically everybody that was in the company and made them a part of the NWO and then just split the NWO up. So the NWO kind of lost its steam because everybody was an
Yeah, they
NWO
watered
member.
it down. It's
Yeah.
true. They watered that down because then it was Scott Norton walking around with an NWO shirt. Nobody cared about Scott Norton. So it was,
Yeah,
That's
you know,
true.
and then you added the LWO on top of that, so
Oh
that
my
made it even
God,
worse.
yep.
That's true.
Here, you just happen to have a whole big family that we all know about. And for
Yeah.
those of us who have worked on the indies, we know about the bloodline before they was even talking about a
yeah.
bloodline in the WWE. And with them signing Jacob just recently,
Mm-hmm.
I could see when the Rock comes back, boom, we got a civil war going on. Who's the top dog? And they tease somewhere along the way that spear is going to come back.
Oh, I can see The Rock blaming Roman for losing,
Yeah.
Oh,
But
you
I
let
think
us
every
down.
two,
You
I
let
mean,
the
that's
family
they're gonna
down.
carry it out. So that's gonna
Yeah,
be like
definitely.
that's
You can
gonna be
hear-
after The Rock faces Cody. But maybe it's like you guys were saying a little bit earlier that Cody is part of the bloodline and that he's gonna lead part of the that civil war or whatever,
Somehow Cody's going to be a cousin, or they're going to tell you that Mama Rose really ain't Cody's mom. It really ain't Cody's mom, and he's going to be the Rock's half brother. And
yeah.
Or maybe The Rock smash and Cody is his son.
you know, something to that effect. You know what I mean?
Yo, hold on.
Something to that effect. Yeah,
Thomas, that's
I mean,
Jay
I can
Price
really
about
see
him?
that.
Is that Jay Price? Hold on, let me see. Is that?
That looked like him.
Oh yeah, that is Jay Price. Scott Norton was there for Japan.
I knew he would know.
Yeah. This guy is he's another wrestling mark. He knows his history.
He's like
him Jason.
He's like Mike Tenay.
He's like a bootleg Jim Cornette.
That's Mike Tenay. He hit us with the Japanese and Mexican stats.
So let's move on. Let's move on to the next match. So Randy Orton, the triple threat match. What do you guys thought of that match?
I liked it, honestly. As much as I want to hate on Logan, I liked it.
He can work.
Logan is great.
Logan can work.
Yeah, Logan can work. I mean, for the short period of time he's done great. I kind of thought he was going to win, but I thought maybe we're going to see some type of turn. But
that match, to me, that was predictable. I knew they were going to take the belt off for him. Randy doesn't need a U.S. title run. Would make no sense for it.
Neither does KO.
Yeah, neither does KO. Those guys are pretty much bulletproof, so I knew it was Logan. Logan was going to go over. But the match was good.
Yeah. See, this is and now let's move to this is the match Bubba Ray did. He wasn't in attack. He did this match.
You're right. This one.
This is the match Bubba Ray did. He was a referee because I was like, he didn't do the ladders.
And for me, this was a waste of a WrestleMania spot. This match was
They called the Final Testament. I didn't even realize that.
They're terrible. And then after that, they lost, right? The Final Testament, and they dropped them back down to NXT.
They're in NXT now? Yeah, they.
Yes.
I just wonder what they're gonna do with
the whole group is back in NXT, and now they're about
carrying Cross too.
Everybody.
Wow.
Sometimes it's better to be down there. It's better.
I agree. Cross was a needle mover when he was down there. He was good down there.
Yeah, leave him there.
You need him. Dragunov needs a heel to, you know what I mean? Even Trick. You have him face off against Trick, you know what I mean? He's better down there. The roster's too bloated.
Didn't Dragunov just show up on Monday Night Raw?
Yep. And had him and jobbed out Nakamura. I'm like, oh my God. I like Dragunov, but you could have had him anyone jobs him, not Nakamura, if you're trying to build a serious heel. You know what I mean?
That's the first time I've seen that guy. He to me looks trash.
No, he's good, bro. He can work.
He's good. Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the first time I've seen it. I don't watch NXT, so
Dragunov's the first person to give Gunther an L, bro. Ever.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Gunther had like a crazy run, like for the NXT European title. We had it for like 2 years, and Dragunov's the first one to beat him. Clean.
Okay. The thing with him is that I don't know if he's gonna get over on the main roster.
No, he's not.
He's gonna have a problem on the main roster.
And then let's move along. I think this opened up night 2, right? Was this the opening card of night 2?
This was good.
This was pretty good. I liked how it all played out.
That
I
was
liked it. I think they could have done something a little different before my man cashed in, but I mean, you got him winning the standing up there on the table talking shit, and then I was like, "Come on, bro, pay attention."
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was a funny spot with CM Punk. I think he did it well, but I think they could have done a little bit more. But I think we kind of knew that Priest was going to cash in sometime. Either that one, I thought he would have done it in the United States title for some reason, but
the problem with Punk is that I don't think he can last.
Yeah, he's always getting hurt.
You
have to make him work.
You can
a
set
safe
up.
match.
He's
gonna have to do a rock punch match. You know, one of those matches where he just punches and kicks and shit like that.
The problem with Punk is he didn't win a UFC fight, not a one, so nobody believes in him.
That's true.
Not when he tries to act tough, no.
Yeah, when he does all that, I'd have punched somebody in the mouth or I'd have done this. Nobody's gonna believe that because we ain't seen up until the video that just surfaced.
I was gonna say,
even then, you choked the dude that wasn't really thinking you wanted smoke.
Yeah. He's how many MMA matches he did? Like two or three.
Three.
And he lost all three, right? Badly.
All of them. Yeah. Embarrassingly.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody thought he would win. I mean, I've seen he's not gonna fight like that.
Yeah.
And his body, I don't think he can do it. I don't think he can do the schedule. He should just be the announcer, but they're not gonna do that. They're gonna let him wrestle because he's a draw.
Yeah.
He's a big draw. So
and he could talk.
So
yeah.
I don't know if
he's a good heel too.
Drew, but then hurt himself.
Yeah.
And then it'll mess up the angle, just like it did with Seth.
Mm-hmm.
And there goes the Jason J. Price. WWE fans don't care about the UFC.
Baron Corbin. I actually like Baron Corbin when he was down on his luck and was messing and lost all his money. That was my favorite part.
I like that Baron Corbin. That Baron Corbin was pretty good. That gimmick was good.
You gotta watch Baron Corbin in NXT. Baron Corbin's back in his bag. He's killing it down there.
Oh no, he's good in NXT.
He's killing it down there.
Yeah, I don't watch NXT. I'd be forgetting to put it on.
I catch it on occasion. You have a lot of good workers. You also have Dijak, who's down there, who's a worker that you can move him back up to the main roster soon because he's doing everything. Then you got Braun, who just gave his farewell speech to NXT, so he's up for good now.
Yeah.
NXT.
Now Sean's done a good job, and I really give Sean credit because he's taken people. It's not like the Black and Gold. In the Black and Gold, that was all indie guys. All the indie stars were up in there, so you didn't have to do much. You took all the indie stars. You just told them to slow down and don't do this and that.
What I'm gonna tell you about Sean too, not to cut you off, Jay. Yeah. What Sean does, Sean puts over brothers.
Oh, yes.
Sean puts the brothers over. You got Obafemi who's working. You got Trick who's working. Mello who's working. Sean puts the brothers over.
Sean gets these guys from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
These guys don't come in with experience. Trick just joined the thing. He's not a wrestler. He didn't wrestle before.
Football, wide receiver.
Yeah. He's taking those guys, Braun, all of them. He's taking them all.
Yep.
I guess I got to watch NXT.
Tiffany Stratton, she wasn't a wrestler.
Yeah.
No?
No, I think she's from gymnastics or something.
Okay. Yeah, because I've seen, since she's been on in Raw, she's been pretty solid. Or
he's taken them from the ground up, he's built them up. So I have to give Sean credit for that because he's done a lot.
And look, who else Sean put over? Sean put over Wesley, who's another brother. Sean puts the brothers over, bro. He gives them titles. He lets them work. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't. And then he's good, man. Sean has killed it down there,
which is cool because once upon a time you wouldn't have seen that, just like you wouldn't see me and Flex on the same podcast. That wasn't
absolutely.
Yeah.
At one point in time, you didn't see that.
Absolutely,
that's true.
And that's where I give Sean tons of credit, man, because he lets them do what they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I've been impressed. He's the most impressive out of all the people in the office right now is Sean.
Absolutely.
Because
he's working with them, right? He's teaching them the moves and stuff.
Well,
right?
They said that Logan Paul works with Sean every day.
Okay.
So that's how he's gotten better.
And in a short period of time too. Wow. Okay. One more match before the main event. What do you guys thought of Bailey and Io?
This match was good.
I thought this match was pretty solid.
This match was good to me.
For a women's match. I don't know what Reno's a hater, but I thought this match was pretty solid.
I'm a hater. I just don't Ilya as a champion, to me, she doesn't look believable, especially to be Bailey. As big as Bailey is compared to, it's just like they're too small, bro.
That was my issue with the match, is that Bailey towers. Asuka, fine, but everybody else, Bailey towers over and makes them look like they don't belong. Exactly. And Bailey's actually gotten so good that the stuff that she does makes them look like they don't belong.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you said that last Friday too. That's one of the things you said. You definitely said that.
Yeah, they just Bailey look too small to be like. For me to take them as a serious threat to like a Bailey, they just look too small, but too small.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: even when they try to speed it up and do the little people stuff, Bailey can still do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then turn around and be a powerhouse juggernaut. And so it's like they just don't, which is probably why they got her away from them anyway, because what did she need them for?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. No,
Bailey. Go figure. We got another Hispanic champion, right?
She could move on. Yeah, she could move on from them. I don't know who you're gonna get for Bailey. I mean, I guess Bailey and Stratton will be good, but I don't know if they're going to put her in that spot that fast.
Yeah. I don't think Bailey's holding the title long. I think they're going to put her in somebody that could work. That's pretty good, a good heel, because Bailey's good, but obviously she's better as a heel. I mean, and maybe if she keeps this character and maybe kind of be like one of those faces that does heel things, I think she'll be good. But she can't go back to the hugging Bailey anymore.
No, I don't think she will.
Yeah, that's.
And by the way, it was a great night to be crowning Hispanic champions, even with the crowning of Cody Rhodes with his mother being Cuban.
Yes,
I
just learned that today. I didn't know that until today. Yeah,
I was like, damn, Dusty's Cuban. I didn't realize that.
But
I found that out last week. For some reason, I was Googling and I'm like, I was hearing my wife. I said,
but you see where I'm getting at. You see where I'm getting at with them being somehow related.
Yeah.
Because, hey, The Rock's first wife is Cuban.
Miami. Miami.
That's true. Oh, damn, it's all kind of going together. But that's crazy. I never knew that. So I learned something today. I think in the chat, somebody posted in the chat. I didn't know that because they said Priest, Bailey, and Cody. I don't know. Did they post somebody else as Hispanic too? Was it 4 pictures or 3?
Mommy.
Oh, okay. That's what it
yeah.
I didn't pick up on it.
Yeah.
That's hysterical. Wow, okay. But I thought this was a good match going into the main event, and then we already know what happens in the main event. Cody finished his story. I thought it was a solid match. That this is the only match that really there was outside interference. I was okay with everything. I was pretty shocked that John Cena kind of like jobbed to The Rock. He just with no punch, he just took the rock bottom and that was
John
it.
John Cena don't care no more, man. He's really Hollywood.
Yeah, it's true.
The final boss, man.
Yeah,
he got to go make Peacemaker.
Here's a question I have for the vets on the panel. Do you think The Undertaker was the original guy, or they tried to get somebody else? Because I was shocked to see that The Undertaker was the guy that came in and made the save.
I don't know, but I really don't think that it was intended to be Taker.
Yeah.
I think there was so much anticipation of it maybe being Moxley or Stone Cold, and we never did see him all weekend. There was so much anticipation of something like that. But when it turned out to be Taker, in all honesty, it was the greatest thing that happened the 2 nights, because at that moment, I was 12 years old again.
Yeah, I mean, nobody expected it. The lights went out, the music hit, and I was like,
from what I heard, it was all but Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then at the 25th hour, Stone Cold, something happened. He couldn't make it. So being that Undertaker was in town anyway, Undertaker stepped into that spot.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't see them doing all this, having all these
The foreshadowing with
and
Stone Cold on the bus and all that
ask
stuff.
Austin. They had to have asked him.
It was
Yeah.
Austin
Maybe just
up
couldn't do
until
it.
the 25th hour, and then for some reason it didn't happen, and Undertaker was the next up man up.
Mr. AEW's on.
Don't say nothing with this guy. Donnie
Mr.
Cruz,
AEW is on.
What's good, God body? What's going on? Salute.
I see him right there, Mr.
Look at see worst choke slam.
Yeah, Mr. AEW's on. Now you're gonna tell me about Ray Phoenix, whatever. What's the guy's name? Did you see that Ray Phoenix Adam Copeland match?
Yo, Donnie.
That product is terrible.
But let me tell you something about Donnie. Okay, I know we're changing the subject, but Donnie went to an AEW event a couple years ago, and his daughter took a picture with what was it, Cassidy?
Mm-hmm.
Cassidy, and Cassidy.
Yeah.
Those were some of the greatest pictures I've ever seen. Those pictures were gold. With Cassidy and his daughter, those were great, Donnie. I mean, I wish you could post some of them pictures here, huh?
Who's Cassidy?
The guy that always
Orange
has his hands in his pocket.
Orange
Cassidy.
Cassidy.
Oh God!
That's the one that has his hands in his pocket, right, all the time.
Yeah,
no, maybe I got the
wrong orange juice, whatever, something like that.
Yeah, that was. He took pictures with his daughter, like his, Donnie's a mark, so he'd be out there taking pictures of everybody, and those pictures were great. Yeah, he said, "Oh, that's her favorite, Orange Cassidy." Okay.
Oh yeah, man, I can't do Orange Cassidy.
Donnie, oh man. But yeah, so back to the main event. Yeah, that was the only question. I was like, wow, they did tease Moxley because I thought Moxley was coming out when the Shield music played, and then it was Roman, and then it was Rollins. I really thought Moxley. I was like, oh shit.
I knew it wasn't
Moxley's
Moxley. He hates WWE. He would never come back. I was like, he's another one who he kind of like not as bad as Punk bashed the machine after he left, but he hates WWE. And I said, it's not him.
Brett hated
I would have said never.
They all come back.
That's
they
true.
all come back. I would never. He'll be back.
This is true, but he's still on the. He just re-signed an extension. I think like last year or something like that, for like another 3-year deal. So,
like I said, the best thing AEW and even TNA can do is on a one-night basis or a 1 week basis, send one of your stars over to the E and let them work, and then go back, because all it's going to do is bring the interest to them.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
I watched. What did I see? I saw a TNA show last week, and I'm going to tell you now, TNA to me is better than AEW.
Oh, I catch TNA on Access TV every once in a while.
I saw some show that it's just even they don't have nowhere near the money of AEW, but even the production they do for the money they make, for the money they putting in, it's blows AEW out the wall.
Well, they have some good workers. Moose is a worker, bro. Moose is good.
Moose been solid
wait a
for a
minute.
while, but
Moose.
he just gets glossed over. He just kind of like just fits in.
He's their champion, Moose. You know Moose, right, Jay?
Yeah, I know Moose. Moose is good.
The champion over there. Moose can work. Moose can do everything.
The
Moose
women's division is good too.
But he can talk also. If you can overlook Cody's list, you can overlook Moose's list.
No, Moose is good. I like Moose.
Let's go, Sock. Sock says great show.
What Donnie say? Who's Claudio? Claudio Castelloni?
What's that? Donnie said next week, Osprey versus Claudio. I don't know who that is.
That's Claudio Castelloni?
Yeah. That's what's his face?
Yeah,
Cesaro.
Donnie thinks it's 2005. That would have been a good match in Chikara.
See, I don't watch TNA. And Sock says Logan Paul versus Cody, maybe?
No, not yet.
No.
Not yet.
No.
Yeah. They have great booking.
Who has great booking? TNA?
TNA, yeah, he's saying.
Oh, yeah. Jay Price heard me say Chikara.
Still marking out for the Undertaker. Donnie.
Well, you have to. That was a good, nostalgia, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's good, man.
And nobody expected it. I know. I didn't.
I didn't think Undertaker. I thought Austin.
Yeah.
I stood up and clapped and and everything. I was like, all right, y'all got me. I'm cool. I was satisfied then.
So you did you did one of these. Yeah.
I did. I like it.
That was right before the Razor Sean ladder match.
The match itself was good though. I really enjoyed that match, and it was they went like 35 minutes also too.
Yeah, it was. I think it was longer than that. It was solid. It was good. Solo came in and the Usos had a good. That was probably the best spot was when he speared him to the table.
Mm-hmm.
That was better than that match. That one.
Yeah, I think the biggest part of it is that they didn't overdo it.
Yeah.
Everybody hit a spot, and then we went home.
Yeah. Fair point. Yeah.
Roman is very good. When he wants to have a good match, Roman
is good, man.
Tremendous
Roman
matches.
Is good. And if
and then of course Paul Heyman,
this Cody run falls flat on his face, people are gonna realize how good Roman was and how he carried everything.
Yeah. Brock used to be like that. If Brock wanted to have a good match, Brock will have crazy.
If Brock
good
wants to sell for you, you're gonna have a good match. If he wants to sell for you, he'll make you look like $1 million.
Yeah.
But Brock, Brock was Brock.
Steph had a good weekend.
He did.
Roman
is excellent. I mean, it's great. And then Paul Heyman too with the facial expressions and stuff. I thought that was good. And then this video they showed them they hugged at the end, and and then of course then the faces come in and carry Cody. I mean, it was good. It's one of the best WrestleManias in a long time.
That I saw. What did I see?
They tried to reinvent. They tried to reinvent when Dusty won the title from Flair in the cage, but it just didn't come off right.
Nah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, who came out? Was it the Steiners that came out when Dusty won?
Didn't they all come out? Wait a minute, did they all come out when Sting beat Flair that time?
I believe so.
Remember after the knee injury?
I think they may have. I know when Dusty did it, they had Magnum TA. They had
yes, it's Magnum
Sam
TA for
Houston. Sure. They had Ronnie Garvin. I'm dating myself. Manny Fernandez is out there.
Okay. Damn, I can't remember. I don't know why I thought it was the Steiners. So maybe that was with Sting.
I think the Steiners might have been with Sting.
With Sting.
Okay.
Because I remember he had beat Flair and Steiners and somebody else came out.
Luger? Was it Luger?
No, Luger was gone.
Oh, was he gone? Was he doing the US Express thing at that time?
It could have been.
Or the Narcissist.
It was the Steiners and it was like two other wrestlers.
That was one of my favorite, the Narcissist.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Jay Price is right. When Brett won, yes. They did that too.
Oh, and then when Owen Hart was on the outside, that was WrestleMania 10.
When Brett beat Yokozuna.
Yeah, that was 10. And then Bret Hart was at the end because Owen Hart beat him in the first match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then what does Donnie say? It's funny because we all know what was gonna happen, but they did it just right. Bobby Roode produced that match just right.
I mean, in reality, what match? We all knew what the outcomes of like mostly all the matches. What match ending was surprise to you? Honestly, nothing. Gunther.
I thought Gunther was going to win. Yeah, Gunther was the only one. And
other than that, everything to me was pretty much predictable.
How easily Rhea won was predictable.
How Rhea won?
How easily she won.
Yeah, but we knew. I think everybody knew she was going to win.
How easily she did it. I thought there would be way more like some type of interference. I thought Becky would try to make herself something would have to cheat on for her to lose, but she
clean.
Becky was definitely not on her best that night.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think the biggest surprise to me was no outside interference except pretty much night 2, the last match.
Mm-hmm.
That was to me that was the biggest surprise. And then Gunther not winning. I thought Gunther was going to win for sure.
But I think the no outside interference actually is what made it actually really good.
Yeah. They let them
work. Somebody I saw something on one of these sites. Well, what was better? What was this? WrestleMania 40 and WrestleMania 17.
Mm-hmm.
17 is always considered. That's always considered the best one.
Well, to me, I like 19. 19 is always considered the best one too. 19.
Which one is 19? I don't remember. Which
19 was Rock.
Cena?
Stone Cold 3, where he finally got over. Hogan, Vince McMahon. You had Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho. that card was stacked. You had even though the wrong person went over, you had Booker T, Triple H. Booker T should have went over that one.
Yeah. Once
that was a great Mania.
That finished me off for the night. That was horrible.
That was terrible, especially after the racial undertones and the promos.
The Booker T and Triple H thing was garbage.
But go back and watch that Mania. That Mania is probably like my favorite Mania. That Mania
19?
is great.
Because 17 was Austin Rock 2, right?
Yep.
And the ladder and the TLC.
Yep. 19
the
was my
Hardys?
favorite though. Because even Hogan and Vince McMahon Street Fight tore it down too. That was a good match too.
I was a fan of WrestleMania 3. I'm still a fan of WrestleMania 3.
Well, WrestleMania 3 will alwaania be like top.
WrestleMania 3 has one of the greatest matches of all time. Steamboat and Savage. That's
Steamboat and Savage, and we spoke about
one of the greatest matches of all time.
Yeah.
And WrestleMania 8 was underrated because 2 of those matches were great.
Yes.
Macho Man and Ric Flair.
Oh yeah. That was a good one too.
That was
Bret Hart and Roddy Piper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. That was a great match too. Wow. Yeah.
Was that the one Piper with the blackface?
No, that was a Hollywood street fight. That was wasn't that against Goldust, which is a great match too.
Yeah, I could have
a great match
too for that.
No, wait a minute. The Roddy
that was
Piper
Bad News Brown.
face?
That was Bad News Brown.
Yeah, Bad News Brown.
That was Bad News Brown. Yeah, that was crazy.
I wasn't feeling that when he did that. I was like, "Come on now!" I was like, "I'll slap the shit out of you for that," but it worked.
He could have used no regular brown. He had to put the straight midnight black on the side of his face.
I know, right?
But
like, damn, Bad News Brown wasn't that black.
His whole body, half his body was painted black.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He was like black, like shit.
I'm surprised. Bad News Brown let it go because Bad News Brown used to flip on people, from what I heard. Right?
Bad News
Brown wasn't giving up that WrestleMania payday.
Bad News Brown was a mercenary.
He ain't giving up that WrestleMania payday. Back then, you got paid extra to be on that show, so he wasn't giving that up.
He was
and
a legit.
And it was Piper. Had it been somebody else, it might have been something.
It might have been something different, yeah.
Because Bad News Brown was about that life, like from what I've heard, right?
Yeah.
Was he trained in some type of martial arts too? Like he knew like something like
Bad News Brown made the Olympics, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Judo. Was it judo, taekwondo, one of them?
Yeah. It's probably judo. Taekwondo is like, I don't want to get into it, but
it was one of them. He made the Olympics for one of them. I remember.
Yeah. Okay. Judo. Okay. Sock says judo.
Okay, so I knew it was judo, taekwondo.
Sock knows his shit too.
He came the fight doctor. He said judo quick.
Sock, you want to come up for a quick second before we end it? We could I could send you the link if you want. But yeah, man. So like that was going to be my last question. So where do you rank?
I have a question on a grading scale, 1 to 10. What do you guys give the whole weekend?
That's a good question. Okay. I mean, you can't give it a 10, right? 10 is just you can't beat a 10.
You can't give it a 10 because the Uso match that automatically takes.
Oh man, that's trash. There was some other, but I give it a 9.
Yeah.
I give it an 8, a strong 8.5. 8.5.
8.5. Okay. Yeah, that's what that was going to be like. Where you rank it compared, but we already kind of talk about it.
I will say
WrestleMania 3.
I think it's the best thing they've done. It's the best thing they've done in, I'm going to say 15 years.
Jason says 8. Donnie says 7.8. I don't remember much from day one.
Yeah, because he was watching Will Ospreay and whatever the random Luchasaurus guy, whatever, wrestled for 35 minutes.
And Max Caster, who knows? Who cares?
Yeah.
I would have gave it. I'm a little more critical. I would have gave it about a 7 because night 1 was kind of just like, okay, we got through night 1.
Yeah.
Let's get to night 2. But what really, other than the ending of the main event, what really put it over the edge for the weekend for me was Paul Heyman's induction when he was speaking at the Hall of Fame ceremony.
Oh, I didn't see the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, his speech was one of the best Hall of Fame speeches.
He was
Paul Heyman was on one. Let's just say that he was on one.
That was talking.
I think out of all the Hall of Fame speeches, that may be 1 or 2 because I thought Heenan was really good too. But that was definitely one of the best speeches out of all the Hall of Fames. So,
Well,
and
Paul's
the
a
reason why I
genius.
rank it a 9 was because I haven't seen a good WrestleMania like this in a minute, and the promos were good. The lead up to it was really good. I mean, from the Rumble all the way to this Mania, I thought they were spot on. I mean, so and it hasn't been like this for years.
No, for years.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I didn't watch half of Mania.
Yeah.
And like I said it last week. I said I wasn't this excited for Mania till Rock Cena won, because I was excited for that, and that was a year-long build, just like Cody and Roman the rematch.
Yeah.
So I was looking forward to it. But
And
I
there
gave
was
it
other matches.
Hmm?
There was other matches that like LA Knight and AJ Styles did a story.
Donnie, who you calling Bad News Brown? Jay? Flex?
I know there's like 3 of us in here.
Huh?
3 of us could be Bad News Brown.
All 3 of us. Yo, Donnie always got jokes. He hasn't been in our chat in a minute because he sometimes be in our chat when we do boxing, and he be trying to clown other people. He's the worst.
But I definitely gave it. You know what? Even then, like I just saw someone said, with Mania and the NXT PLE, the Standard Deliver, it was an 8.5.
Standard Deliver was good.
Believe it or not,
Standard Deliver.
The NXT Standard Deliver was excellent.
The Trick Williams match was what I like that match.
The triple threat match with Obafemi, Dijak, and the other guy. That match was phenomenal.
Trick is going to be a star.
I'm watching this.
Yeah, watch it, Tom. You're gonna like it. And even the tag match, Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin against these guys. That tag match was great.
Trick is a star. Oba's going to be a star.
Oba's a star. He's an animal, dude. He's an animal.
There's a couple of them in there. There's what's the name is going to be very good. What's the champion's name? Roxanne
Perez.
She will be very good.
She's small though. Again,
she's small, tiny. But she's gonna be a big face.
Well, that's Booker T's protege. She's Booker T's protege.
She's gonna be a good face. She will. I'm waiting for that Nikita Lyons call up though.
Oh man, please do that.
Say it again.
There's only one reason why we want her called up. One reason and one reason only, because other
her wrestling skill is tremendous. Hey, what you talking about?
Terrible.
What are you talking about? The girl he likes. What's her name?
Nikita Lyons.
Oh yeah, he loves Nikita Lyons. Yeah, I mean we all love Nikita Lyons.
Yeah, great talent.
That in-ring work is, and
she's
that
a great
is
talent.
awful. Her finisher is terrible.
Which one's her finisher? That split?
Yeah,
that's the finisher.
That's a good finish.
Donnie, Ivar.
How that finish? That's a good ass finish to me. The best finishers I've seen. That's the best finish since the Stunner.
Oh man, you got. Oh man, but you have any contacts with her? You can't get her, right? You can't get contact with her.
Who? Nikita Lyons?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yo, you be fronting, man. You should be getting Devon, man, up in here, man. Why
Devon is gonna be hard to get.
I thought you schooled Devon.
But he's a busy guy. That's gonna be hard to get.
But not as busy as ain't Bubba Ray the one that's busy? I didn't know Devon.
No, Devon. Devon's behind the scenes, and Devon got a school.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Okay. I thought Bubba Ray was the guy that's really like.
You want to talk to Matt Striker?
Huh?
You want to talk to Matt Striker?
Why not?
Matt Striker? Okay. Yeah, you could.
I ain't got Matt on. Matt will come on.
Matt Striker?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll set something up. I mean, we don't really do wrestling, but we could. Get that Dominican. Oh, Marty Bell. That's it. You talking about Marty Bell?
Oh, I already hooked Tom up.
Yeah. She responded, but she couldn't do it because she'd be busy on the weekends. I forgot to hit her up today because she responded back. She was really cool.
Don't worry, Donnie.
Donnie, maybe next week. Maybe I'll see if we could. I got to think of a show or something what to talk about though. Like, what can we talk about? It's not.
She was in TNA.
Okay.
She was in TNA.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't follow like TNA.
She was what's her name's partner in TNA? The one that's in WWE now.
Naomi?
No, the one that's with Keith Lee.
I don't watch this. I forgot her name. The Asian chick.
She's there. Mia Yim.
Yeah.
Where
I mean,
where
if
is
you guys-
Marty Bell out of? Where is she?
She does. I know she's in North Carolina now. She does the thing that what's the show? The show that Aldous came from. NWA.
Oh, the NWA. The NWA.
She's from NWA. She was in the first Mae Young Classic, so you could talk about that.
Oh,
Okay.
She was.
I mean, if you guys could come up with something and then you guys could, run the show. I mean, I have no problem with that. I don't know much of TNA and all the other ones, but
you can just ask about how experience is.
That'll be, I can ask her questions like that. That's easy. And then she tells us about herself and etc. And then we could just, speak wrestling. But I don't know any other topics besides maybe a pay-per-view or something or an event that's coming up. You know what I'm saying? So
if she was available, might be interested in booking her if she's available.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
For sure. I mean, because she always said that was the first she said weekends. I think she was going on a trip too or something like that too on her Instagram. She said, but I'll shoot her an email and see when she's available. Maybe next week, and maybe we could come up with a show. And then I have you guys, all of you guys are welcome to come on, and we could
what's the name? From
shoot
TNA?
me some ideas or something. But definitely, yeah. And then Donnie, obviously Donnie
knows Donnie. You know Masha Slamovich and all of them, right?
Oh yeah,
Donnie's gonna know all these people.
I know them. I know those chicks.
Because Masha,
Mia Samovich. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Masha, I trained her first year.
He said I saw Maya Yim working out at LA Fitness in Rich Hill before. Okay. I don't know who these people are. You guys are bigger marks than me by far.
Well, the announcer for TNA, she's from Johnny too. I remember her.
Why don't any federation do a tag team pay-per-view?
Donnie called Tony Khan and asked him to do
it. and find enough quality tag teams that you're not bored after the first two matches.
See, the problem is that the tag team division now, you're just throwing tag teams together. No rhyme or reason. You come in one day, they're a tag team. You're like, where does this tag team form and why? You know what I mean? Tag team wrestling has been down for years now.
That's true, Donnie. I asked Michael to come on. Last week, but he was busy. I didn't think to ask him this week. But Michael's a big wrestling mark. I know Jason Flex knows Michael. Reno, I don't know if you know Michael, but yeah, Big Mike. He's a big, just as Donnie and Jason.
Oh yeah, he's big time.
Yeah, he's big time. He has a library of VHS tapes of all the main events, all the Raws and Smack, like from I don't know. I want to say like from the early 90s to like I don't know how long. All the VHSs Big Mike has, like almost all the rest in the pay-per-views and everything. He had a monster library collection. But yeah, man. But I don't got anything else. I don't know if you guys got anything you want to talk about. But this was pretty cool. This was fun. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm like I said, if you guys are down to do a show and I could, I'll get her. And then Jay, I mean, I don't have to do the email. You could do the email, say something, talk to her too.
I could just tell her what day she can do it.
Yeah, ask her and see what, and we'll come up with a topic or something and you guys could run it. And I'll be in the background just, marking out. Like we always do.
She can get her other partner. Who's her new partner? I don't remember her name now. She has a new partner. I can't think of Donnie. What's her name?
He can't repost a promo for 1990.
Donnie knows every single
promo from a 1989 for a fucking. That's Big Mike. Yeah, Mike can definitely do that. It's true.
From the Boston Garden.
But let's see, she ever partner with Holly?
Who's that?
Holly Dead? I have no idea who that is.
No, I know her name, Allison Kay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I know who she is.
You know who Allison Kay is?
Heard the name before.
Damn, Reno's up there too.
I'll tell you, man. This is why they made that picture for Reno. You know what I'm saying? So, but yo, this was good, man. I got to give everybody over here got the Barry Horowitz Award. Definitely, you guys did a great job. Definitely, Barry.
You better.
I was watching an interview with Barry Horowitz.
I heard Barry was real slick in the locker room.
It's funny. I just heard. I was watching a couple interviews with Barry Horowitz. He's
slick in what way? Like, what do you mean? Slick in what way?
He was loose with the hands.
Really?
Like Brooklyn Brawler.
Interesting.
WWE was a different place in the 80s.
Yeah. Look at me back in the day at the ECW event.
Who's that? Just Incredible?
Just incredible. Yeah, this is like you see that in 2000. And look at the that's Dawn Marie. That's Dawn Marie in the back.
Look at this.
That's it's Matt. And then I had this one I'll be putting up. Me with the TV championship.
Bill Alfonso was in Philly this weekend.
He was? Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I'm surprised we didn't see a whole lot more of them down there.
What's up?
I'm surprised we didn't see a whole lot more of them down there. You know what I mean?
Some of them were at the Hall of Fame. So did you watch the Hall of Fame? They were at the Hall of Fame. Spike Dudley was there. I saw Spike Dudley. And Devon and Bubba. You know, obviously Tommy Dreamer was there, and Van Dam. But yeah, I was. I mean, no Sandman. I didn't see Sandman.
That WrestleCon, and they had so you had that WWE World. I think down the block was the Sheraton Hotel, and they had that WrestleCon. Everybody was up in there. They had the whole ECW reunion. Francine, it was Francine and Big Sal. It was Sandman.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Mikey Whipwreck, they were all there.
Shane Douglas was there?
Shane Douglas.
So that means Francine, because Francine, I follow Francine, and she's always posting stuff, and she'd be meeting up with, I think C.W. Anderson or something.
C.W. Anderson, they were all there.
Yeah.
They were all there.
Yeah, because she's still cool with Shane Douglas. And okay, so I didn't know that was in Philly. Because there were some pictures.
Missy
I would have wanted to go to that.
Yeah, that would have been cool to go to. Those guys are always cool. When I used to go to ECW events, they always would be out and talk to the fans and stuff like that. Like I said, New Jack, I hung out with New Jack a couple of times. New Jack was mad cool. He was one of the coolest guys I hung out with from ECW. Besides Spanish Angel, right? Right, Jay? When we hung out with Spanish Angel that night.
Angel's crazy, yeah. He was crazy.
But Sock said ask if Barry Horowitz is Eddie Gilbert's brother.
Is that true? I never heard that.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
Thomas still wears his shirt. I don't know what shirt he's talking about.
But Eddie Gilbert did have a brother, didn't he?
I know he did, but I don't recall it being Barry Horowitz though. But I do believe he had a brother.
He had a brother that wrestled. I just don't remember.
Shout out to O.J. Simpson. R.I.P. to the Juice. It's Doug Gilbert. Jason put Doug Gilbert.
Yeah. Damn, Tenay.
Mike Tenay.
Real quick.
Mike Tenay. Yo, Jay is the biggest mark. Jay Price.
I knew he had a brother.
But yeah, I'm going to close the show because I got to get up to go, to work tomorrow. I got some stuff I got to do. But this was fun. We'll try. Maybe we'll do something next week. Come up with a topic. If not next week, maybe in 2 weeks or something. Maybe we gap it out. But I'm down as long as you guys are down.
We could do a breakdown of Punk choking that dude out.
Who?
Yeah, right.
Do a breakdown of the video. See him Punk choking that one dude out.
Jack Perry.
Jack Perry, yeah.
I don't think I'm allowed to.
I know Donnie likes Jack Perry. He probably pissed. Punk did that to his man.
But yeah, guys. Any final words before we sign off?
Nah, always a pleasure to do this.
Can I give y'all a plug right quick? Can I plug something right quick?
Absolutely. Of course you can.
All right. If any of y'all is in the Red Line, PA area, Saturday, June 1st at 6:00, be in attendance for Iconic. See yours truly, the heavyweight champion of the world, 2 times, that is, take on the icon BJ Walker, 1 time and 1 time only, for the whole ball of wax to prove who is the best in the world. Saturday, June 1st, 6 p.m., Red Line Alliance Fire Hall. Come check us out. It is BYOB. You want to be in attendance for this.
And what's the date again?
Saturday, June 1st.
Saturday, June 1st. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. So definitely, I'll look to go to that event. I don't mind doing that. Those events are usually the best ones.
Yeah. I've never been to like an indie show. So
yeah.
Indie shows are good.
Yeah, indie shows is really good. I mean, it's been a while since I've been to one, but
if you've never been to an indie show, the first time you go to an indie show, you're gonna fall in love with wrestling in a different way.
Okay.
Oh, I got something for Donnie. I'm gonna get Donnie gonna know this one. I'm gonna get
Prince road trip. So
I'm gonna get Prince Nana on the show.
Who?
You want to talk to Prince Nana?
Who's that?
Yeah, he's a manager in AEW.
Yeah, I know Prince Nana.
Yeah, Prince Nana. He's
Prince Nana was he's been around forever. He was one of my
Swerve.
trainers.
He's with Swerve and those, and he had
He was
down with
my
Brian
trainers.
Cage was with him too. He was. Brian Cage was down with them too.
Nana will come on in an instant. He'll talk to you for 2 hours.
Okay.
So let's do it. I mean, like I said, you let me know, Jay. We do it. I mean, we do in this channel. Like I do boxing. We do all sports, but I'm down to do wrestling. I mean, we all like wrestling. I just don't follow those TNA and NXTs like you guys do, or AEWs. But I'm down. I mean, I've been watching a lot of old school stuff. I've been watching the Dark Side of the Ring. Did y'all see the Harley Race?
I haven't watched anything yet. I gotta watch Dark Side of the Ring. I have not seen it this season.
Yeah, Harley Race was pretty good.
Harley Race is about that life. You gotta see that one.
Well, yeah. So, all right, guys, man, I'm gonna close the show. I appreciate you guys for coming on. Stay tuned. We'll be on tomorrow night. Me, my man Socrates Palmer Jr., the Bronx Bomber, my man D Free. We're hopefully gonna have a special guest tomorrow night, maybe 2 special guests. We're looking forward to it. If not, we'll talk some boxing and we'll talk some, baseball's starting up. So we got
Royals are 10-4.
Who?
Royals are 10-4, just so you know.
Yeah. He's a Kansas City Royal fan. It's funny that you're not mentioning the Mets. Why not? Because you like the Mets too, right?
There'll be a rematch World Series. I don't care.
The Mets had a big win today. That was
they beat somebody, right?
Didn't they play Atlanta?
Yes.
It was 16-4 or something like that.
That was a grand slam there.
Yeah, that was so good. The Yankees started off great. I think Boston started off pretty good too. Socrates is a Red Sox fan. Jermaine, you watch baseball?
I'm a Philly fan.
Phillies fan? Okay, so you guys are rivals right there because he likes the Mets and the Royals, so Mets and Phillies.
NBA, you got to say the Royals first.
Yeah. I know you're a Royals fan. What did Jason say?
Oh, he did.
But yeah,
Nana's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna close it up, guys. Tomorrow night, around between 10 and 11, we should go on. All depends on Mr. Socrates Palmer Jr., in his schedule. But definitely tomorrow night, maybe Reno, if you got time, you could join us as well.
Yeah, and if I'm home, I'll definitely join you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know that.
Okay. So we have a special guest in mind. We haven't confirmed yet. We'll probably confirm tomorrow morning. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow night. Appreciate everybody that came through and showed love today. And we'll catch you on the next one, man. Thanks.
Pleasure, fellas.
All right,
Jay, later, bro. Jermaine, have a good one.